I'm the Burke, and I do things. And this is a new series that I have started on my channel recently. And last time I did a full face of some of Ulta'S best-selling makeup. And in this video, I'm going to do a full face of some of Ulta'S worst-selling makeup. So essentially what I did was I sorted on the Ulta app by bestsellers and scrolled all the way to the bottom of the list and used this method to choose the makeup I would put on in this video. And if you want to see me use some of Ulta'S worst-selling makeup and what I really think about it, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, to start, the worst-selling primer that I own from Ulta is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I do not find this to be a hydrating primer. I don't think I'd repurchase it. It's very silicone-y, and if I want a hydrating primer, I definitely want something that hydrates and not something that's silicone-y and feels like, just like lumpy on my skin. So I'm not surprised that this does not sell well. Okay, for foundation. We don't necessarily have my least favorite foundation here, but it has its flaws, let's put it that way. This is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow. Now, I do like that this is not mattifying. So already, like, it's not at the bottom of my foundation list. However, it doesn't hold. Like, it just doesn't last. It just kind of breaks apart, I feel like. But when you first put it on, it definitely gives you that very healthy glow that you're looking for. So honestly, right now, I think it looks really good, and that is commonly what I find when I first apply this foundation is it looks great, but it just doesn't have the wear. So I don't know if you maybe mix this with another, maybe longer lasting foundation, if the combination would go together well, but I have not tried that yet. The worst selling concealer I have is the brand new L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. Now, I'm not sure if it's because it's such a new product, it hasn't sold a lot, or if it's because it's not very good, because I really haven't figured out yet if I like it. So the first time I wore it, I didn't have a problem with it, but the second time I wore it, I felt that it broke apart under my eyes by the end of the day, and I was not a fan of that. I also find it annoying that I have to like dab it instead of just dragging it, because when I drag it, it moves the foundation. So I need to like dab my face. Now honestly, with where we are, I would say so far, so good. Because honestly, these aren't my least favorite products, they're just not my favorite products. But now we're going in with a powder that I think is gonna sabotage us, so. The worst selling powder I own is the e.l.f. Finishing Powder. Now, I typically use this powder to set more the perimeter of my face where I would contour, because even though it is claiming to be fair light, it is too dark for me. So the fact that I'm going to have to set my under eyes with this is quite upsetting. It totally darkened underneath my eyes. What I do usually do is this. I'll take a fluffy brush, like this Aesthetica brush that came in BoxyCharm last month, and I'll just kind of dab it and just kind of use a less brightening powder along where I would typically contour. Now our whole face is tan, so hooray! For brows, we have a pomade, not common on this channel. Now, I was kind of surprised that this was such a low-selling product, but this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame and Set Pomade. I like this. I don't really have a problem with it. I do have it in warm brunette, so maybe it's not the best color match for me, but I don't have any issues with the actual product. I will try very hard to do my brows on camera, and we'll see what happens. And another uncommon item that we will be using on this channel is another low-selling brow product, and it is not a gel, it is a wax. This is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Wax Pencil. I actually got this way back when in a Target beauty box, and it's okay, but I'd much rather use a gel than this wax, but it's just like coloring in your eyebrows. I will say it holds them, like they're not going anywhere. I just prefer something that brushes through them rather than just pushes them down. Next is eyeshadow, and this is where we're really going downhill. The worst selling eyeshadow palette I have is the Essence Eye and Face palette, the Glow For It version. We have 4 eyeshadows here, and they all have no pigment, so I don't know what we're going to create, but we'll try, we'll see, and yes. I'm going to start by using my finger and this pink shade all over my lid. I mean, there's a little something. Next, I'm going to take like this slate color in the crease. Then I say, let's just try the eyeliner before we continue with eyeshadow, because we're not gonna get much more color payoff than this, and the eyeliner is easily one of my least favorites. So the worst selling eyeliner I have is the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Eyeliner in the shade Charcoal. Now this is a liquid eyeliner, and I got it, and I hate it, and it does not stay, so I never use it because it doesn't last. Now I cannot do eyeliner on camera, unfortunately, because I need to be like this close to a mirror, so I'll be right back with something on my eyes. Okay, and this kind of reminded me why this eyeliner makes me sad. For me, I always get my lines really well and the way I want them to look with this liner, but it's the fact that it smudges. It's not waterproof. I don't know, like if I like go like this, it'll smudge. Like it's just, it doesn't have the longevity that I want out of a liquid eyeliner. And for that reason is why I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe if there was a waterproof version, because the actual applicator on this I find so easy to use. Ooh, it's frustrating. Now I'm going to go back into the amazing eyeshadow with the dark brown and try to smudge that underneath my lower lashes, and we'll see what happens. So the last thing I'm going to do is take this lightest shade in the corner on my brow bone and my inner corners. Now for bronzer. The worst selling bronzer I own is actually the Total Face palette from e.l.f. It has like, I guess I want to say this is the bronzy color in it, and I don't really have a problem with this. I got this in a Target beauty box, but I've never had any complaints about it. Actually, the bronzer is probably my favorite pan in this whole palette. But it definitely is catered specifically towards fairer skin tones. Blush. As somebody who doesn't like blush, my worst selling blush is not my least favorite blush. So that's a big deal. This is the e.l.f. Blush in Blushing. I actually like that this doesn't have a lot of pigment to it, so I feel like I can control the color on my cheeks and not just have bright pink cheeks. Like, to me, that's not too bad, and I'm not gonna complain about it. For highlight, my worst selling highlighter is also this Essence palette. Now, I believe it was my May favorites, but I said in my May favorites that the highlighter in this palette is one of my favorite highlighters, because just so you see, yeah, this highlighter is amazing. The eyeshadows are trash, but the highlighter is fantastic and probably worth however much this palette costs in total. I am glowing. For setting spray is something I don't like, and it is the Wet n Wild Matte Finish Spray. I just don't like it because it's matte. The only thing I'll say I like about it is that it's really little, so I hope I go through it quickly. For mascara, we have one that I really don't like. It's the CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara. It took me a few uses of this mascara to determine whether or not I liked it, but honestly, I feel like it disappears throughout the day. Like, it would just be gone. Like, I'm not talking about like how mascara like flakes. Like, it would just disappear off my face. I don't know. That was just my experience though. Okay, and there you have that. Now I will say the worst selling lip product I was pretty surprised by, and it seemed that the Ofra long-lasting lipsticks are not too good at Ulta. I don't know why. I don't really have a problem with them. I have two shades. I have the one that came in last month's BoxyCharm in Verona, and then I have this one that was an Ipsy official one, that's Ipsy Unzipped. I'm thinking of doing this one. What do we think? To go with this grungy look we got going. But I don't really have a problem with this product. Like, I've used bad lip products and I don't consider Ofra one of the bad ones. I did see that they're rebranding. I don't think that means they're changing formulas. I think they're just changing the packaging. And there you have it. This is the finished look using a full face of some of Ulta's worst selling makeup. What do you guys think about me starting like a series now that I've done the best selling and the worst selling? I was thinking we could do Ulta's top rated makeup, Ulta's lowest rated makeup, Ulta's highest priced, Ulta's lowest priced, Ulta's newest makeup, Ulta's oldest makeup, something like that. Just like a different like Ulta themed series. Let me know if you guys like this kind of video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter, my Instagram, and my blog down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!